So, Oscar, this is good here sitting down with you talking to you about business, but your career was one of the best careers anyone's ever had in boxing. It was just epic from day one of winning a gold medal to winning all these different belts, having some of the biggest fights, pay-per-view records at the time, I think $700 million, 14 million buys. And it seems like right after your boxing career, prolific boxing career, right off the bat, you go into entrepreneurship. And then you and Gabriel Brenner, obviously Gabriel being a very, very successful Latino businessman himself. I think he is the first Mexican-born pro sports owner in America, owning the Houston Dynamo. What did you and Gabriel see in PHP when you guys decided to invest into PHP?
The care with which PHP treats every single consumer. Most insurance companies are thought of as nameless, faceless corporations that have no connection with their customers. PHP is different in the sense that you know that the people working at the company, from the CEO to individual agents, truly care about their customers.
Well, that's great coming from somebody who is loved and adored by your community. You know, millions and millions of people around the world, not just Latino. I'm not Latino myself, and I loved watching you, grew up watching your fight, and it's great to hear that from somebody successful like yourself. So, you know, one of the things for me, I was born and raised in Iran. I'm an immigrant. I came to the States when I was 12 years old when I came to America, and I lived in Glendale. I went to Glendale High School. I know you went to Garfield High, so we're not too far from each other. So I grew up around Hispanics, is what I grew up. I went to the military when I came back, and we started PHP Agency. My community and the Hispanic community, it seemed like it was a very similar connection. You know, Friday nights, Saturday nights, it's loud. We know how to party. We like music. We like good food. There's culture, family pride. And then all of a sudden in our company today, we are 53% Hispanic, Latino. And the average age in our company is a 33-year-old Latino female in our company. The average age, and while the industry is a 59-year-old white male, our company is a 33-year-old Hispanic Latino female. What do you think are some qualities that Latinos have that helps them so much in business?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's great. I commend you for that, and it's amazing that the Hispanic power, the Latino power that we have together is incredible. It's amazing, and so I really think there's a lack also of knowledge of just how powerful the Latino and Hispanic market is in today's day and age. One statistic I always like to cite is that in the Los Angeles market alone, more people watch Univision than ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox combined. It is incumbent upon us to educate business owners and financial advisors that the Hispanic market is growing. And so is our disposable income. People ignore us at their own peril.
Yeah, I would say from my experience, is just some of the hardest working people I know.
Yes.
The Latino community is definitely not afraid of working hard, and them getting into business, they do incredible things in business. So, you know, one thing today with the social media world, everybody is posting whatever that happens on social media. And I'm sure you being somebody that's extremely successful, you probably constantly hear requests like this, is when somebody passes away, the power of life insurance. You hear about, hey, I have a GoFundMe account, you know, my husband just passed away, brother passed away, somebody passed, a loss of a loved one, very difficult, but there was not a life insurance policy. And now a GoFundMe is being treated as a life insurance policy. What would you say to not just the Latino community, anybody that's watching out there, why is life insurance so important for every single family to have?
Well, it's crucial, obviously, to have. I grew up in humble beginnings in East Los Angeles, where my family wasn't educated, wasn't really up to date on what life insurance really meant to a family who has a family members who have passed, and so the instinct of for someone in our position who is with less means, who is less fortunate, will turn to a GoFundMe. I've had several requests, hundreds and thousands of requests where families, call me and they talk to me. They tell me that, look, a family member has passed away. We need funds to help pay for their services or any type of medical bills, and so it's crucial. I mean, and that's exactly what PHP does. Is really helps families go through these types of situations that are impactful to families, and so I urge families and whoever's watching. It's very, very important to have life insurance.
That's great to hear from coming somebody like you, who in the world of boxing, in sports period, you hear a lot of people that make a lot of money,
right?
But then 5-10 years later, they don't have anything left because they didn't know how to manage their finances. And the same goes with life insurance,
Exactly.
A lot of hardworking people, a breadwinner is gone, and then they don't have a way to take care of their kids, and everybody has to go to work, and sometimes they can't go to college. So I commend you for believing in people having life insurance policies. Look, I enjoyed watching your fights. I had a friend of mine who's Mexican, and he lived in Silmar. And him and his brother, they were both boxers. They didn't go pro, but they were both boxers, and they just liked to fight. They would have families over. We'd watch all these fights. And if there was an Oscar fight, there was 300-400 people in their backyard, sponsored by beers, everything. We're just watching these fights together, right? And there was one thing about your fight. You weren't just a boxer. You were a guy that was a boxer and a fighter, which you see a lot of guys that are just boxers, but they don't fight. Some people that we all know about, some people that are fighters, but they don't know how to box. You know how to do both. And which is beautiful watching you do that. And you found a way to work your way up. You grew up in LA. You went, you won the golden, medal. You became the golden boy with the story in '92, and then to winning all these titles and doing all these things. And you worked your way up, just like a person in sales that gets involved first in a business, and they're trying to build their own business, and they're trying to move up in their business clientele, getting more people to get involved with their businesses. What is that quality, a quality or two that someone's got to have, like a dog fight, to grow their business to the next level? What would you say?
Well, I think most importantly is believing in yourself, believing in what you're doing, believing in what the goal, the ultimate goal is. And my ultimate goal, not only inside the ring but outside the ring, is to help people. Is to send a message through my boxing where one that is of inspiration, one that is of never giving up for what you believe in, and PHP obviously believes in people, believes that people must have life insurance, and that's exactly what my message has been all these years. Through my boxing, I've always believed that I can have an impact towards people. Therefore, it helps them to maybe become a stronger person, or to become a more successful person, because they see a kid from East Los Angeles who's made it inside the ring, and they get inspired and they get motivated. And so, to every agent out there, the goal is to help people out, and it feels great. It feels really good to go out there and know that you're doing something positive, know that you're doing something impactful that's going to change somebody's life for forever. And so, yes, boxing has helped me to realize that not only am I a fighter, but I'm a person who cares And that's exactly what the agents should feel, just like I did when I was in the ring, is you're doing something because you care.
So all those years that you trained hard, you worked hard, and you finally started winning, what did the feeling of winning feel like? What did it feel like when you started winning at the highest level?
The feeling of winning was obviously one that I cannot describe, but I can take you through a process where maybe you can identify a bit more. I think about all the hard work. I think about all the years of training. I think about waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning, running 10 miles a day. I think about my father working tirelessly to put food on the table. I think about my mother who passed away, who her dream was for her son to win the Olympic gold medal. So when they raised my hand in victory, all those emotions and all those thoughts, enter my heart, enter my body, and it's about the hard work. It's about the passion that I had behind that victory, and it's many years of hard work. It's many years of sacrifice, and that's exactly why I strongly believe in PHP, because every single agent that is going out there and presenting this insurance policy, you're presenting not only that policy, but you're really bringing families together. You're inspiring families. You're making families aware of what's important. So Golden Boy and myself and PHP, I mean, I'm really happy that we have come together to really make people aware of what's really important.
Well, brother, first of all, we are extremely enthusiastic about having you as an investor.
Thank you.
To have you not only as somebody who's a believer, but as an investor in the company means a lot to us. And welcome to the team. Thank you for your time, man.
Appreciate that.
Really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.